Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. And today at the Falconry Centre at our weekend openings, one of the talks has been about sort of wildlife gardening and helping the smaller things, the hedgehogs, the toads, the slow worms, the great crested newts, the smooth newts, the frogs, many species of which the people got to meet and interact with. How cool is that? And that really gets people behind that message of, do you know what? You can help these animals at home. You can be a wildlife warrior. You can help stuff in your garden, especially with your kids or grandkids. The bigger your garden, the possibility is bigger wildlife can come for sure. So whilst I like the smaller things in life, the creepy crawlies, the invertebrates, the amphibians, the reptiles, the size of gardens at Holdenby House, this is what can happen. Yeah. Some of the wildlife, bit of a problem. Some of the wildlife is breeding to excess in the gardens on site. Look at this. All of this and an awful lot more occurred last night. And we know who the culprit is because they've left their calling card. A badger latrine. So you might think, well, why are badgers digging little divots like this in this weather? And I'll tell you why. The daddy longlegses are emerging. The crane flies. They've spent months and years underground chewing the roots off of these lovely bits of grass. And they're emerging. They're emerging now. They're wriggling to the surface, pupated just like a butterfly or moth. And then from that pupa is emerging the crane fly. The blooming dragonflies, where have they come from? The badgers have been out at night using their amazing sense of smell. And as soon as they can smell one of those leather jackets coming to the surface, one scratch, grab it and eat it. Look at them. They've been feasting. But of course, if you have to run these huge gardens here at Holdenby, the team of 2 gardeners, they're really not going to want to come in on Monday morning and see that. They're really not. Naughty badgers. Well, I will say to you guys, learn from my mistakes, and I don't give you the BS that, you know, I do it all right and never do anything wrong, or, you know what I'm like. I take you along on the journey so you can learn. So, been to school today. A couple of animals on the team was Nigel the Harris Hawk. Trained him from a youngster at 2010, and the white-faced owl, who's a year younger. So Nigel's 13, 14 years old, so to speak. Just got back to the centre, gave him a bit of food. Let him fly up to a tree 15 feet away, called him back to the glove. He ate the other bit of food and then literally, instantly went to sleep. Now, it can't be poisonous food because it's in his crop and the owls have had pieces of the same food and they're okay. Yeah. Here's Nigel. Rather shocking. Very bizarre. No fits. Nothing, weight's fine, nothing energetic, absolutely bright-eyed and bushy-tail when he came out of travel box. Bizarre indeed. The weirdest thing I've ever seen. Literally, didn't have a fit. He literally landed on the glove, ate some food as normal, and then just looked over his back, slowly sunk down on the glove, just sunk down, flopped off, dead. No spasms, no dying, no violent heart attack. Literally, he just died. Fuss-free as you could ever like. And nothing in between. No, like, oh, what's going on? I can revive him. He literally just died. Utterly calmly and bizarrely. And the weird thing was, he kind of died, his eyes were open, and he shut his own eyes. You know, he kind of shut his eyes. So this guy's done so much work with me. 2010 hatch. The first season we did a lot of hunting to get that real good bond, although he was always going to be a working bird. Loads of indoor pest control inside Warehouses, clearing out pigeons, lots of that. Loads of on the roof of big warehouses, seeing off seagulls. Falconry displays all around the country. He's been doing falconry displays and experience days here at Icarus Falconry for 4 years. And his forte, flying in school halls and so on and so forth. Absolutely brilliant at his job. I don't even think I can put the time into another Harrisort to get one this good. Yeah. And a key member of my team. Like my team, not the Icarus Falconry team. He does lots of experience days here. But he is the key member of my school educational team. Now, you know, as things are getting older, they might need replacing. But yeah, 13 and a half years old. He's not old for a Harris's hawk. As you can see, he's in mint condition. His keel's not thin. He's at his lighter summer weight. But yeah, I'd like to say I know this guy inside out, having worked with him since he was 16 weeks old. From really good stock you can't get any more. So his parents were F1 birds. That means they were the first generation in captivity. That makes him second generation in captivity. So you've not got watered down little weedy Harrisort. You've got a Harrisort that flies that you can laugh now. Yeah, you have the last laugh. A Harrisort that will fly at £1.12 no problem inside halls and hunt well at £1.10. Do everything well at £1.10. You know, really good quality stock. Honestly, that's just bizarre. Gutted is an understatement. Well, I'm kind of glad he just died in my arms. He was going to die, but rather than find him dead and cold in the aviary, that is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in falconry. Just bizarre. He needs a decent burial. Don't get it.
Rambo! I need a prop somewhere. Good boy.
Even the toads are glad of a fresh fill up of water. Queuing up for the swimming pool, look at that. So it's peaked at 31 degrees in here today. Most of the snakes have been underground, if you like. And now it's down to 26. It's been in the shade a while. And they're out. 2 male blue beauties. Don't forget, if you're in the UK, I've got some stunning 2023 babies of these green-faced males. And this lovely, rather the sister of this lovely blue-faced female Vietnamese blue beauty. So if these are your kind of thing, that myself and someone far more skilled than I am has kept these beauty snakes outside. I've kept these outside all summer, absolutely thriving, and he's kept his beauty snakes outside all through the winter brumation period and breeding outside. So if you want very well priced 2023 blue beauties, get in touch. What a fantastic species they are. really great display animals, indoors or out, of course. In other news, have a look at this Australian goshawk chick sent to me by Australian John, the Raptor rehabber. Now this is a picture from I think the early 90s when they were captive bred as part of a conservation project. And he said that ended in the mid or late 90s. But have a look at what a privilege. That is a nice looking chick, isn't it? A nice looking bird of prey for sure. And quite a good size as well. In other news too, another falconry friend, Ronnie Moore. Look at this guy on his 80th birthday, just taking his GSXR 1000 out for a spin. How many 80-year-olds do you know that are whizzing around on a high-performance race replica motorbike? For us men especially, the key to keeping going really is keeping going. All the guys 80, 90, even 100 that I've met that are perfectly able-bodied, still going over the fields, they're mostly countrymen that just never stopped. People like my dad, he's the same, still fishing in his 80s. You've got to keep going. You sit on that settee, you sit in that armchair, yeah, you're going to tick away a lot quicker, unfortunately. Also, book review time, real quick. Have a look at these two on Audible. One's about the deep sea, fascinating, brilliant, but a bit sad at the end because it does go into the usual thing of how we're effing it up. Can you believe there's mining going on? There's mining certification, what's the word, licensing being given out to massive corporations around the world, dividing up the deep seabed to mine it. All those rare and unusual things are going to be obliterated if it's allowed to go ahead. And of course, we're talking billions of pounds industry. You know it's going to go ahead. All those volcanic hot things, what are they called? The chimneys, and Dave, you guys know what I'm on about. Those hot thermal vents on the seafloor. They contain various metal ores. Almost everyone's got its own unique species. They hark back to the dawn of life on Earth. Really important for scientists. They're actually going to knock them down and mine them, amongst other things. So that's quite sad. The other one, really good bit of comedy in there. It's all about insects. Absolutely fascinating and a really easy listen and good fun. He's a great guy anyway. But yeah, highly recommend those two for sure. So that's my book review, definitely there for this week. YouTube, I've been looking at some old Jack Hargreaves, the old country. That's been quite interesting. Some old, we're talking really old stuff now, almost like pirated onto YouTube. Brian Plummer, even on Yorkshire TV, they're showing stuff that, yeah, mainstream telly wouldn't even show now. But really interesting because it's that when you get a bit older, the nostalgia of when you were younger does kick in, and it's really interesting. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. There's a job I couldn't do now I'm older. Good view though. So we're taking these guys out first thing in the morning. Hello. And then we're going to go to a local open farm, show Lily some more animals and let her run around a bit. Not you disgust me. Get on. I'll show you something really cool now. Slightly helped by me to get here in a roundabout way, but this would be great if it takes off next year along the wildlife border and the planned wildflower meadow. Let me show you. So over here, just feeding the slow worms in their enclosure, but over here, just here, oh, I'm stuck. Just here. That's the egg sac of a wasp spider, a wasp orb weaver. And in there are hundreds of spider eggs. And if that survives the winter, it protects itself from frost and lots of silk around it. There's an outside chance we could get wasp spiders naturalised along here in this protected walled garden of wildflowers, and that'd be a real treat. They are in Northamptonshire already, but to have them here at the Falconry Centre, what a treat that'd be. Only time will tell. I would say, let's hope it's not the harshest of winter. Remember, these are like a Mediterranean spider really that have spread up through the south coast of England and up north over the last few decades, but we'll see. Autumn's coming, guys, but it still looks pretty. It's Friday, it's maintenance day at the Falconry Centre. We've got to mow the lawns, fed all the animals. You knew this was going to happen. Fed all the birds in their aviaries today. We don't fly many or any on a Friday. And yeah, I opened the door to Nigel's aviary to feed him. Old habits die hard. So how callous is this? At the beginning of this video, I told you the sad loss of Nigel, an integral guy on my team as well. But I am running 2 businesses around birds of prey and animals. So if it was your dog, this would seem really callous, I think. But I've had to contact Richie Latham, a breeder of great hawks, and say, look, have you got any late clutches of Harris hawks? He said, Dave, I have. They'll be ready to train mid-December. So at the beginning of the video, I've told you I've lost a Harris hawk, passed away. And I'm midway through the video, and I'm telling you I've had to pay for an order, a new one, as though it's just a tool in the toolkit. But I'd like to think you guys know, yeah, it's a little bit more than that. But I'll keep you informed as things go along. Enjoy the rest of the video. I make no apologies that I'm going to put in a few minutes now of taking Lily. Jackie and I took Lily to the petting zoo, if you like. Dave, come on. To the petting farm where she could meet lots of farm animals and others. I just implore you, if you've got kids or grandkids, get them outside. I say this a lot, but that's part of this channel, is to just encourage you to get these kids outside and yourselves, proper headspace, proper living, and go and see these kinds of animals. It was a great time. They've even got a great tortoise there. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Lily's at the farm. I know, what is it? Basically, it's a dinosaur. School summer holidays are over. It looks very peaceful in here. Very bright and airy. Lots of stuff. Rabbits and guinea pigs, parrots, chinchillas. All great stuff. For little kids to see. And way better than sitting them on an iPad. Come in. Yeah, there's a big old cow.
That's it, Lily. Good. Oh, don't poke it in the eye. Good girl. That's nice. Say, hello, Mr. Billy Goat, or Mrs. Billy Goat. Hello. Oh, darling.
Oh gosh, it's very full of them,
okay,
isn't it?
let's not do that, because that might make their eyes sore. We've got a fascination with eyes at the moment, haven't we, Billy?
Oh, look. Drinking some milky.
Nicely, baby. Nicely.
Blimey. You wouldn't think it, would ya?
Tweet, tweet, tweet sound. Who is that? Can you see some birdies? Yeah. Good girl. Oh,
My advice to you with lovebirds: hand-reared one makes an amazing pet. Good God, are they noisy? We're lucky enough to see these wild in Australia. Whilst getting ready for an evening's snake cruising. I want to say baby Rhea, but I will say the if you're ever lucky enough to grow on and hand rear yourselves a couple of emu, then you have a really good plot of land they can run around in. You will have your own 6 foot tall living dinosaurs, and they are brilliant.
Granddad!
Who's this? You all see a cute pony. I see a terrifying creature. Ooh, horses. This little one's under strict instructions. She's never to like horses because her mum and dad say, as they both work on a stable yard, they're never financing horses. So they are rears because here's, I presume, mum and dad. Hello. Hello. Rears are okay. Emus are way better. Trust me. I know there's a lot of wind noise on this one. You know why there is. Dinosaur. Right there. In every respect. So it's early morning. Even though it's in the shade, the natrix are out, including the little viperines. They're just waiting now for the sun to come around. And I'm going to feed them later. There's another viperine tucked down the end of that bit of bark. It's looking good. And next door, the sun's just getting on there. It'll take a bit more heat to bring those European glass lizards and the eyed lizards out. One thing we have here at the Falconry Centre is a sky full of raptors, and very, very often a sparrowhawk will come in and take one of the wood pigeons or the blackbirds or the doves as well. So the sky is full of peregrines, buzzards, red kites galore, and the low level and the sky, sparrowhawks everywhere. The place is looking good, guys, but it's so autumnal. Heavy, heavy dew and a chill in the air, and yet last week was the hottest summer weather and nights you could ever imagine. Autumn's here properly now, and it's on the turn. It feels different. The centre looks different because the shade from this side takes longer to go. It's literally, even if I had my eyes shut, the feeling in the place is very, very different. And I'm sure your gardens and your bit of countryside are the same. There's Jackie working hard. She's properly done her backing, but she's a Trojan, so she just carries on and whinges all night to me. Anyway, check out this last bit of the video. Another weekly lawnmower. Thanks for watching, you guys. Update video coming soon on a Falconers Fair, Falconers Gathering, call it what we will, for 2024. I've been speaking to a lot of people. I'll amalgamate some more ideas and facts and how-tos and how we're going to go about it very, very soon for you Falconers. See you in the next one.